of here, bro. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Talking about my people and all that shit. It's hard to believe a black man and a white man. Them cheated. Tell him to sue me so I can show the facts.
That crash out started because the interviewer asked Deontay Wilder a question about Tyson Fury.
I wanted to move you on to Tyson Fury.
I don't want to talk about him.
No, you're going to.
We're here about.
No, but you're going to.
We're not going to talk about him at all.
But as part
we're not going to talk about him at all. Understand that?
No, fair enough.
All right then. So let's move on. It's all about Derek Chisora, and that's it.
I understand that.
Some people call Simon Jordan a professional agitator. I just think he's a seasoned journalist. Him being a seasoned journalist, he was able to pivot and still ask the question about Tyson Fury and get Deontay Wilder to answer it. Now, once he asked the question about Fury, things went downhill once Wilder turned the conversation from a boxing conversation to a race conversation.
The only reason I mentioned it is because it's part of the shtick that goes with you. And I missed you first time around when you came in here 3 years ago, when you were in your pomp 4 years ago doing Bomb Squad and all that sort of stuff. And I've always wanted to have a conversation with you because you've made observations about Fury. I have my own views on Fury. And you've called him a cheat. And it leads me
to... biggest in boxing.
Yeah, but it leads me to conclude...
biggest in boxing. If somebody practicing, taking their stuff out of their gloves and training, what you think they're going to do in the fight?
Yeah, but...
I'll give you guys some quick context. Simon Jordan has been a Tyson Fury defender for a while now. He's been wanting to interview Deontay Wilder for years. Ever since Deontay Wilder accused Tyson Fury of cheating during that match that Tyson Fury won, right? However, Simon Jordan has not been able to get Deontay Wilder to come and sit down for an interview. This is his only opportunity. So even though the subject of Tyson Fury cheating is years old, he's still trying to get out his issues with Deontay Wilder accusing Tyson Fury of cheating. Now, the entire lead up and build up to this question is essentially telling Wilder that he's crazy, he's a lunatic, he's delusional, and Tyson Fury didn't cheat. Which obviously pissed off Deontay Wilder. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but I'm somebody who believes 100% that Tyson Fury cheated. Most black people think that Tyson Fury cheated, while most white folks think Tyson Fury didn't cheat. So this is kind of divided like along racial lines. But the reason why I think Tyson Fury actually cheated is because my eyes work. Like, look at this video. Like, come on, bruh. Like, gloves with padding don't move like that, bruh. Clearly, Tyson Fury did something nefarious with them gloves. That's just my perspective, okay? Well, Deontay Wilder was pretty much told that he was crazy and a lunatic for thinking that Tyson Fury cheated after watching that footage that we all watched. And he didn't take it lightly whatsoever.
That's all I got to say about that.
I want to put something to you about you, right? And Fury just happens to be the hook for it.
That's all I got to say about
you. You talked about being cheated in that fight. You talked about water being spiked. You talked about your Game of Thrones outfit being too heavy for you.
I didn't say that.
You said it was too heavy for you.
I didn't say that.
Okay, well I might be wrong on that one. You talked about the long.
Y'all took a journalist that said something because y'all, everybody want to come in. Oh, why did
you talked about a long count, right? And then you talked about the trainers, Mark Bruno, not being good enough.
No, I ain't saying he wasn't good enough.
So what I'm asking you in all of this is, it sounds to me, given the character that you are, that's like a little bit flaky. You lost those fights. And those fights were lost. And you saying that someone like Fury cheated you in those fights, I think is kind of disappointing to me.
You can say what you want. I know the truth. I have the facts.
Okay.
Understand that. But I got the facts of it.
No, fair enough.
I got the proof. I got the people to tell it.
And we'll look forward to seeing that. We'll look forward to seeing that.
Understand that. What I say in boxing, I mean, and it's the truth.
Yeah, you can just see this interviewer, the questions that he's asking, and now the response is getting from Deontay Wilder is the exact type of response that he wants. He actually wants his interview as normal, to go as viral as possible, to extract as much of a reaction from Deontay Wilder, and now he's getting the exact reaction that he wants from Deontay Wilder.
I risk my life for you's entertainment to see.
Oh, absolutely.
So I ain't never lied about none of this business. You can believe.
No, you never risk your life for nobody. You risk your life for yourself to receive the salary paycheck. Don't come and say that you risk your life for interviewers and people viewing the fight. The only person you're risking for is yourself and your family.
Why is it so hard to believe a black man than a white man? Understand me?
Deontay Wilder means well, and I'm with him. Tyson Fury is a lie and a cheat from my perspective. But I don't think just because a white man don't believe that Tyson Fury lied and cheat doesn't mean that, like he's racist. Right? Wilder automatically go...
Yeah, and also from the clip that they played shortly earlier, the way Tyson Fury's gloves were moving, you can see something suspicious is happening there. Because if they were properly fitted to his fists or to his hands, they wouldn't move as they were moving.
Over to the why is it so hard to believe a black man inadvertently reaffirms all the characters and stereotypes that he's trying to fight against, right? Like this whole thing that black folks play the race card for everything. This is an example of that, bro. He just don't believe that Tyson Fury cheated you. He watched the video, and from his perspective, he see nothing wrong with the video. I watched the video, and I saw a liar and a cheater. But automatically play the race card is crazy. And when dude kind of says, yo, Wilder, this is not about race, bro, chill. That just got Wilder more amped. Wilder like took on the preacher voice and like the preachy monotone, like got more deep, and it was like, bro, you was wilding right now, bro.
Yeah. Why is it so hard to believe in black women?
Why you don't believe?
Why is it?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go on.
So
First and foremost, it's got nothing to do with colour.
This whole country got something. This whole world got something to do with race. You think you pan out? You think you have a? You think you had a great life? You think your life has been like mine?
Wilder, come here, bro. It's not the place and the time. We are with you. Black folks and white folks obviously have two different experiences in America. That's indisputable.
In 2026, people still got time to argue about race. You, Deontay Wilder, former heavyweight champion, please stop talking about race and complaining about race and how hard your life is. You are not one of the slaves that came from Africa to America and so on.
But what does that have to do with whether or not Tyson Fury's boxing gloves had the padding taken out? What does that have to do with whether or not Tyson Fury cheated during this fight? Nothing, bruh. And you bring that up, it only affirms what they already think of you, which is you are a crybaby, you are a sore loser, you're somebody who can't take an L.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you lost the fight, just admit that you lost the fight. Don't come on interviews complaining that so-and-so cheated, because if you realize that he cheated and he was doing something wrong and getting away with it, why didn't you do the same during the fight? So for now, for you to come and argue and complain after the fact, it's a bit too late.
You lost, and now you're playing the race card. They already think that of you. All you're doing is just reinforcing what they already think, and it's making you look...
All you're doing is providing entertainment for the people that are watching. You're basically making yourself or turning yourself into a comedy show. People enjoy seeing your downfall and the way that you're reacting in this interview.
Terrible right now. Because you look like a lunatic.
Listen,
You got white privilege, brother.
And that's another thing too. No matter how much he shouts and argues, there's no way that he can get physical with this interviewer. So for him to shout and argue is just wasting his own time, because the minute or the second he physically touches this interviewer, everything is being recorded. It could be even live. There's witnesses within the studio. So essentially, there's nothing he can do to this interviewer, and this interviewer knows that precisely. So the best thing for him to do, now that he can see this whole interview is going south, leave the interview, because there's nothing physical you can do to this man.
I ain't never had that. I'm a black man with dark skin. Ain't nothing ever been given to me. I had to kick in every opportunity that I've had. That's what it is. I don't understand.
Who actually cares about your race and what color your skin is in 2026?
Maybe y'all don't talk about this in this country.
Yes, we do, mate.
When you get me in
I
here,
do.
I speak the peace.
I do.
I speak the truth.
Well, let me ask you a
Nothing
question.
but the God
Let me ask you.
Yeah, go on.
If this is about colour,
I got the wrong
Yeah, go on.
if it's about colour,
Y'all understand that?
how is Derek Chisora then, out of curiosity, given he's a black man, a national treasure in this country then? It's not about colour. You called somebody a chump. I asked you a question.
Come on. You have a whole lot of black people around you.
Another question. All right, I moved on.
Stop it.
I moved on.
I want to pull it back in. Let me ask you a question. I want to ask you a question about fight. Deontay, let me just get into Derek about.
Even the second interviewer, this thing of touching, don't touch me. I'm here to conduct an interview, a verbal interview. No one is to touch me like they say.
Right, we've been both you known to be dynamic invite. We just see the little taster of that right now.
Come on.
This interviewer must just know, you see how close he is. He's within arm reach. Should a thing across come from Deontay Wilder, just know that you think you're within range.
Man, y'all can tell, man.
So Ron's bottom, there he is.
Yeah, so
Come on, man.
We can have a disagreement.
As a little boy and I bet your view as a little boy is totally different than my view as a little boy. Most black people, while we so into it with each other because we have PTSD, we done been through so much
say? You wanted to move on, right? So
Yeah,
Man, it's hard to move on when you don't know the truth, and that's when I come in and try to give you a little insight of what we go through as black people, man.
I got it.
You know, you don't get it.
The black experience in America is traumatizing. What a lot of people is perceiving right now as victim playing, as race card playing, is actually trauma. He has unresolved trauma. See, as a black man in America, when you grew up in certain...
Honestly, I don't understand the trauma that Deontay Wilder supposedly has, because as I said, he was never ever there when the African people came from Africa to America. He was never a slave. Maybe he heard of it, maybe it's research that he knows the history, but don't ever tell me you're traumatized from what your ancestors experienced.
environments, guilt and bad faith are assumed upon you. Like when you go into a store, they automatically assume you're in that store to steal. When you're dealing with a police officer, right? He's automatically assumed you are violent and you're up to no good and you have to prove yourself. So right now, like this particular conversation with Tyson Fury and Wilder is a microcosm of what he believes is his experience in America. So when he has to deal with what he believes is having to over-explain himself, having to over-prove that he's telling the truth in what he believes he's a victim in, right? He believes that Tyson Fury victimized him. Tyson Fury...
That's another thing I don't agree with. If you know something to be true personally for yourself, why do you feel the need to now explain and convince other people of your truth? If it's a truth, keep it to yourself and know your truth. Now for you to still try to explain yourself to other people, it just shows your level of maturity and brain function.
Fury cheated him. Tyson Fury robbed him. And he feels trauma because he now has to explain, yo, I was robbed, I was cheated, has to overprove it. And him having to overprove it reminds him of his experience in America. So now he's crashing out. He's going crazy and he's being perceived as a crazy man, as a madman, when he's just dealing with unresolved trauma of having to grow up in these environments as a black man. So I feel for him. But you got to get that resolved, bro. Like, you got to get that worked out and dealt with. You can't do this on no talk show, bro. They wasn't talking about race. They was talking about Tyson Fury's gloves being padded or not padded.
Okay.
The internet is the biggest wealth creation engine to ever exist. Sadly, only a relative...
None of y'all get it.
Where do you want me to go?
Y'all don't get it. And that's the problem. You think you get what you don't understand.
Okay.
Why is it so hard? Y'all act...
All right.
Man, let me,
Okay.
I'm going to get up out this...
And this is a little taster of what we're going to get. Both of you guys are big characters. It's going to be explosive, right? I mean, I don't even have to ask this guy because I've just got a little taster of that. But come on.
Man.
Both of you guys are big in the fight. Let's put it back into the fight. Let's talk about the
It's
fight.
hard to put it back. I'm from the South. You understand?
Come on, let's
me?
put it back into the fight.
It's hard when y'all don't understand.
I get it.
Another situation. I said I didn't want to talk about the situation. Now you got me riled up.
Fair enough.
Wilder's back. You understand? I feel. You understand me? You don't mean that, man.
Okay, stop
Let
shouting,
me get the out of here, bro. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Talking about my people and all that shit. It's hard to believe a black man and a white man. Cheated. Tell him to sue me so I can show the facts early. Because when the documentary and everything, the story come out, I'm going to show everything.
Fantastic.
I'm going to get all the people that know.
You think
and all the people that's in the inside. He got people that the inside of here. What?
No.
About that.
I'm not furious.
But I said we didn't want to bring him up in the first place. It ain't got shit to do with him.
Fair enough.
The you talking about?
Yeah, man. You, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to say before this video continues, that interviewer speaking and behaving the way he is, would he be speaking and behaving the way he is currently if there were no cameras, no security people around, and no other interviewer there? I don't think so. He's behaving the way he is. He knows he's in a protected environment. He's got security. He's got the cameras on and he's got other people around him. So the reaction that Deontay Wilder is giving him is exactly the reaction that he wants so that his interview can go viral.
I'm out too.
What happened there wasn't right.
He told you don't bring it up. You
Come on. It's on schedule. I had to ask a question. What about Fury?
He told you.
Everyone else can ask him. Rick Reno asks him. Why can't I ask him? Derek, sit down. Come on. I'm waiting for you for half an hour. Don't be a dickhead. Come on. We want
Wilder got to take accountability, man. Like, yes, the dude asked the question about Fury in a slick way when, you know, they told him not to. But the other hosts tried on numerous occasions, multiple times, to get Wilder off the conversation. He kept saying, hey, bro, let's move past. But Wilder kept bringing it back to Fury, right? The host said, hey, okay, man, like, that's enough, man. Let's move past it.
There's no Wilder kept bringing it back to Fury. Wilder initially said he does not want to speak on Fury. The interviewer continued to press the subject, and then he got the response that he wanted.
Wilder kept bringing it back, so Wilder got to take accountability for that. Now, they all came back once Wilder left, and what they're describing is apparently, like, Wilder off camera was even more irate. Like, Wilder got out of control off camera. Like, so out of control, he was really trying to, like, go at somebody over this conversation, right? And they kind of exposed that once they came back. Now, like, Wilder homie tried to defend him. I guess, blame the dude for asking the question, but, somebody asking you a question about them not believing, like what you said, that should never lead to this. You should be able to use your words to say, hey, you don't believe me now, but just wait until my documentary comes out. I'm going to expose the truth. Let's move on. All this hoopla and nonsense, bro, it's just immature. And playing the race card makes you look even worse.
To see the bronze bomber. For whatever reason, we just saw the bronze bomber.
So basically, as you can see, I end up sitting on his chair. Mm-hmm. What Simon is not telling you is the truth. That you got him upset.
I did. Not designed to. But we saw the bronze bomber, is my point.
Yeah, you were looking for that beast. And then
oh, really?
It came out.
I was looking for an answer to the question.
And then you came out, and you weren't red. And
so would you do. If someone were you,
mate, and then I heard you fight a little bit.
Wait. Just quickly, Derek, just quickly. Before we wrap this up, you went upstairs to see Deontay afterwards, and I hear he was getting even worse up there. Did he calm down at all?
But you have to understand, listen, you see, black guys who grew up in London. Let me finish.
But let's not make it all that.
No, let me finish. Let me finish. He grew up in Alabama.
Derek, I understand there's challenges in that country, but no one talked about race. He did. Let's just go on with finishing off this. Listen, I think it's a great fight.
Deontay Wilder really embarrassed himself. You should see how the other talk shows was talking about him after this incident. They were talking about him as if bro was like mentally ill and shouldn't even be allowed to box. And I think that conversation about him being mentally ill stemmed from earlier in that same podcast where he crashed out. He was talking about how
is there any fighter or boxer that's not mentally tilted? Ask yourself that question. Does it not take someone who's mentally tilted to be a successful fighter or boxer?
How he's on ayahuasca, and ayahuasca has kind of helped him become happy again. How it has tamed his other alter ego, which is like the Bronx Bomber, and that alter ego gets tamed and contained when he takes ayahuasca. Bro was talking like he got split personalities, bro. Like he's dealing with a multi-personality disorder, and ayahuasca is curing it. Bro, if you got multiple personalities, ayahuasca ain't curing it, bro. Go seek professional help. But him even bringing up the ayahuasca thing or confirming it when he was brought it up by Simon, this just made him look even more crazy.
And sails off into the sunset. Talk to me about your alter ego. Talk to me about the Bronze Bomber, this character. Talk to me about ayahuasca, because you going on this little journey. I remember watching an episode of The Sopranos where James Gandolfini goes into the desert and takes some peyote and comes back with a whole new world view. DMT, which is a component part of ayahuasca, is one of those things that takes a personality, strips it back, removes its ego, and turns it into a completely different person. You said on the discussion with Rick Reno, going into the fights that you had with Joseph Parker, and it was after the Zhili Zhang, you realised that you weren't together, your mind wasn't right, your mind was gone. I would have thought, with all due respect, you might have realised that in the Joseph Parker fight, but notwithstanding it, you got to that epiphany after the Zhili Zhang fight. How can you, after taking that experience, and I know people that have done this, right, and I know what it's done for them, and to some extent to them, if you pare back the ego of a fighter, it's a component part of you guys, it's what makes you so unique. Can you get back to what was this wrecking machine, this, I don't like to use the word killing machine because I think it's thrown around too easily. Is that gone now, or are you going to get it, can it come back?
I mean, it's in me. It's in me and on me. During the time, even with the Joseph Parker thing, me and Joseph were good friends as well. We've talked many times, and I don't have to tell him nothing. You'll tell you yourself that wasn't you. We were talking in New York about it.
That's the point, isn't it?
Yeah,
but
sure.
It must be correlated to this Zen-like navel-gazing experience you went on to for whatever reason you did it, probably to do with your personal life.
But it has nothing to do with
ayahuasca.
That's the thing about it. It has nothing to do with ayahuasca. Ayahuasca didn't take me out of my zone of thing. You know, ayahuasca actually made me feel better.
There's nothing wrong with taking ayahuasca, but to admit taking ayahuasca and then act in the way you act, it kind of makes you look crazy, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Do y'all believe that Deontay Wilder's rant was necessary? Do y'all think Deontay Wilder had a point bringing up them not believing him because he's black? Let me know, okay? And if you're...
Just before this video ends, I just wanted to say or ask, is it possible for any good fighter or boxer not to be a little bit crazy? And another thing I noticed there, the title is Deontay Wilder attacks interviewer mid-podcast for asking this. There was no one that was attacked. Nobody was attacked physically. You can even say verbally. Verbally, maybe you can say they attacked each other. But yeah, that's all I've got to say.
If you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here somewhere on my screen to find out how Lil Durk is absolutely cooked after new information comes out during this Vlad TV interview. Click on this video right here.